For the last 2 months, Atlanta has been prosecuting 12 former educators for their role in a huge cheating scandal among public schools. So these teachers were either changing the test answers for their students or they were giving students answers for standardized tests in order for them to have higher scores on the tests. Now, this was a massive scandal, and as a result, many educators and administrators were arrested and they were prosecuted, but in the end, there were only 12 of them that were standing trial. Now, what made this case so unique was they were not only being charged for the cheating case, it was turned into a racketeering case because prosecutors argued that since these educators were changing the grades for the students to get higher scores, they could have gotten bonuses or promotions, so this is really organized crime. This is unprecedented, it's never happened before, and as a result, at the end of this trial, 11 of those educators have been convicted of racketeering, and they could serve 20 years behind bars as a result of that.
They're not in the mafia. They're not. Look, you want to fire them, I'm 100% with you. You can't have this cheating, right? If you proved it, they definitely did it. By all means, fire them. I can't have them as teachers, right? Arresting them in the first place is crazy. Okay, they cheated on a test. Now you arrest people over that, and then now you charge them with racketeering, 20 years in prison. Racketeering is for like mob bosses.
This is insane.
They were responding to an incentive system that was set up. They responded to it in a very poor way, in a way that should get them fired, right?
Yep.
Okay, but I can't believe that we live in this country. And by the way, of course, they're all black.
I'm dying to jump in on this. I don't know why anyone in this country would ever be interested in being a grade school teacher at a public school. I'm going to keep it real. The system is against you in every way, shape, or form. I love teaching, but I love teaching at a college level because I don't have to deal with the system that's set up against me. And what I mean by that is these are school districts that are in poverty-stricken areas. These are school districts that have had their funding cut and taken away from them. These are school districts where these teachers are underpaid and there's a lot of pressure on them to teach to a fucking test. Oh, make sure they get good scores on standardized testing because that is how we evaluate whether or not you're an effective teacher. How much pressure is that on a teacher? And I'm not condoning what they did. I'm not giving them a pass. What they did was wrong. But the crime here, or the punishment, doesn't fit the crime. And it's crazy if you want to be a teacher. Look at what they're doing to you. Republicans are cutting funds for public schools, funneling the money into private schools or vouchers for private schools, and then they're like, oh, look at the public schools, they're failing. Oh, look at these students, they're not doing well. It's the teacher's fault. It's not the teacher's fault. The system is set up against them, plain and simple.
Now, from time to time, right-wingers will say, oh, it's the teachers' unions that are causing all the trouble and stuff. As if the teachers crashed our economy and caused the economic hardships that we went through in 2008 and continue to go through. It's a comical idea, but now it's turned into an absolute tragedy. None of the top banking executives were arrested. And now they've started to arrest teachers.
They're arresting teachers, and 11 of them could be sentenced to 20 years in jail for this. It's amazing. And by the way, if you think, look, it's Atlanta, poverty-stricken area, if you're going to say anything stupid or ignorant like that, let me give you some more facts about what's happening throughout the entire country. This is a trend. It's not unique to Atlanta. Similar cheating scandals have erupted in Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Nevada, and other public school systems around the country in recent years. You want to know why? Because you shouldn't have to teach to a test. You should focus on evaluating the teachers in a more effective way. When everything is based on a standardized test, which, by the way, has questions that are purposely formulated to be tricky, well, yeah, then all of a sudden teachers are going to be like, I don't know what to do. I could lose my job. I could get paid less. The school district is going to get less money if the students don't perform well. It's so stupid. It drives me insane.
And of all the cheating scandals in the country, the people they happen to arrest are 11 black teachers. The white teachers that were involved in cheating, did they get arrested? No, yet another coincidence. Did they cheat more often? Not necessarily. Do they get arrested more often? Definitely.